Hello YouTube viewers, welcome again to another video on the channel, and I do apologize for the last videos. Those videos were kind of really poor quality and so on, but at least I believe that a lot of people could learn from it. Now in this video I'm going to go to headset, and this one is going to be one of the most easiest videos because it's quite easy. Now if your headset, for you to use your headset, you need your VTX, and if you flashed properly you would have VTX enabled as one of the accessories needed for when you flash in. So we did that when we were in part 2 I believe, and the VTX was enabled. So right here we should have that VTX being able to be processed with the flight controller and access input from the camera and being able to be sent to your goggles. Now this is my goggles, and the goggles is a Sky Zone, and first and foremost it's quite easy to use. It's a very high-tech goggles. If you realize, you got HDMI mini here, it has SD card, it has different auxiliaries inputs, there are so many, and it also have the control here to control your camera. Now then again, this is the battery pack for it. It's not a normal regular headset where it's just simple and you just put in little batteries, or it has a small battery. It uses an external battery pack. So first, what I'm going to do, my drone should be connected to Betaflight, which it already is. And the second thing is, that since everything has been configured already, I can now go to video transmission, video transmitter. On video transmitter, you'll see different settings here, and all you need to understand is what channel that your drone is on and what band that it's on. So it's quite simple. The VTX tables are usually universal, and that means all those tables here. So from band A going all the way to that one down here, and it has 8 tables. So generally it works in a way that when you install the firmware and you install VTX will come with a table, and that table will be universal. Now it's quite simple, you don't have much to do. So I'm going to turn on my headset by plugging in the power and pressing the power button, and my headset is on and the fan is spinning right now. Now I'm going to show you what I see on the headset, and that's generally what you see. All you really see is just a little distortion, like static, when the camera, it's like when the TV has no cable, and hopefully that transmission doesn't interfere with my microphone and cause it to do so much noise like the last videos. Now since my headset is on, I'm going to take a view through it. I'm going to find what band that is currently on. To find out what band that your headset is currently on, all you need to look for is a letter and a number attached together, or the label that says band and channel, or CH for channel or B for band. But in some cases, headsets comes with a S button, or usually a label that says search, or a little magnifying glass. And generally what it does is when you press it and your drone is on, also obviously your headset too, it could search for nearby channels and frequencies. So generally you don't have to add this manually, but sometimes the S button also allows you to enter the menu to add your channel and also your band. So generally it's sometimes that easy, and some, but on your headset you can also change. Now for me, I have this little toggle here, spins. So this here is for my menu, like my display, to reduce brightness and so on, and this one here is for me to change the settings on the top of my screen in my headset. So currently I am on R5, which is 5806. So my band here should be on R, my channel here should be on 5. And when I scroll down below, here is table 5, and here is band R, So R5 will be 5806, which is the exact frequency that I'll be using. So I'm going to press save. I need to have the battery connected. That is one of the prerequisites I should have mentioned earlier. Your VTX right here, it requires the battery to work. That VTX, remember that when we were installing the VTX, it went to the VTX power on the board, which is 7 volts, between 7 volts to 46 volts. So in that case, we need the power. The power from the USB port will only be 5 volts. It goes to your USB type C or your micro USB, which is 5 volts. So right now my VTX is on. It has lights blinking on the side, and it blinking basically tells me that there is a connection right here. And on my goggles I can see a connection, but I'm going to restart my goggles. I'm going to turn back on. So whenever you do these settings, remember that you need a battery to be and you need a battery to power up your VTX, because your VTX cannot transmit video without power, so you need the battery. So now I'm going to turn on this, and hopefully it works. If it doesn't work, that means I now have to restart my drone. Currently on R5 there is distortion, so I'm going to go to a different frequency, because on my headset it says mix. So when your headset says mix, therefore it can add different frequencies that's close by. So number of channels in the band, so I'm using band R, and if I put a number of channels in the band, I just choose 1. Therefore I can just choose a simple band. But since my band currently has 8 channels and I'm using band R, since 5 is giving me issues, I could just toggle the channels. So I kept in the range of R, band R, and I just changed my frequency by changing my channel, and I just went to channel 8, and it works. So what I can do, I can just simply put on 8 if I want to, and I think I will. So the drone restarted and the camera works. So this is what it looks like, and I'm going to, you can't really see much out of the goggles, and that's the thing, but I can turn my drone around, and here you can see that everything is moving. This is the ceiling, and this is me right here. So generally that's it. My goggles work, and that's all for this video. It's quite simple. So in the next video, most likely I'll be speaking about fail-safe, but that's it for this video. Quite simple. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and stay tuned